This is the Po-Man Grill. And if you're looking for a simple way to fire up the best fixins you've ever had or heard of, look no further. Yeah, the Po-Man is that good. So, you've got your Po-Man, now you need charcoal. Plain charcoal, none of that quick start or flavored stuff. Then, a bottle of isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. It's tasteless, odorless, harmless, cheap. And it'll get that charcoal burning evenly and perfectly every single time. And you'll need a lighter, but you knew that already. And before you put those to work, let's prep the old Po-Man. You'll want to line the bottom of the can with some aluminum foil. This will help in cleanup later. Make sure not to cover the air holes in the bottom of the can. Now, put your starter cup in the bottom of your Po-Man and fill it with the rubbing alcohol. If it's the 90% stuff, just light it. For 70%, you'll want to put a strip of paper in it and then light the paper. So while that's burning, fill the coal box with charcoal. All the way to the top, spread it out evenly. Again, none of that quick start stuff. Go pure. You'll get about 50 or 60 briquettes, which is going to be perfect. If you want to cook small portions or with lower temperatures, just use maybe half to 3/4 the coal. Now you're going to place the coal box directly over the flaming starter cup for about 15 minutes. And make sure to align the air gaps in the coal box with the air holes at the bottom of the can. This ventilation is going to keep those coals burning perfectly. In the meantime, let's assemble your cooking rack as you need it for the foods being prepared. You'll want to place the drip plate on the first level of the cooking rack. And if you wrap it in foil, here again, it'll make for easier cleanup. And if you're using the grill grate, place it on a level appropriate for whatever you're cooking. Closer to the coals for big feast items like turkey or Boston butts, and a little higher for smaller meats or vegetables. But if you're cooking chicken halves or ribs, you're going to want to use skewers instead, and hang them on the fourth level of the rack. Done. Now about 15 minutes after placing your charcoal over the starter cup, your briquettes should be mostly gray, and you're just about there. Now you'll want to place the assembled cooking rack inside the Po-Man. Remember, carefully line up the drip plate to cover the coal box completely. This will not only reduce flare-ups, but it'll keep your masterpiece from charring. Now you can hang chicken, wings, and ribs on skewers on level 4. And you can place big cuts like turkeys and Boston butts on the circle grate on level 2 or 3. And once your food is in the can, cover it with the lid and leave about a 1/4 to 1/2 inch crack. A wider gap for faster cooking, a smaller gap for the slower stuff. Check out our recipes on our website to find out appropriate cooking times. But the beauty is you really can't go wrong. Now you've just got to resist the urge to lift the lid. You'll be tempted, we promise you. But trust us, you're better off kicking back, catching the game, maybe knocking back a few cold ones while the Po-Man works its magic. And leave it alone, because after a while you're ready to dig in. We don't have to tell you, but when you come back, your Po-Man will be hotter than August asphalt in Alabama, so use oven mitts and remove your fixins with caution. You're dealing with some of the finest meat you've ever enjoyed. Treat it accordingly. Now the final step is to wrap the meat tightly in foil and allow it to steam in a small uniced cooler for 15-30 minutes. This will break down and tenderize the meat. So now sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest grilling you've ever had. And don't forget to let us know how you Po-Man. We can't wait to hear from you.